Hello friends, welcome here, as fans are speculating that there will be a war between Yelena and Hawkeye in the future. The road was paved by the Black Widow's post-credits scene, where we see Yelena visiting Natasha's grave and then interrupted by a possible double agent Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. It was there when she tried to feed Yelena with the notion that Hawkeye is the reason Natasha is dead. Florence Pugh discussed the Black Widow post-credits scene and Yelena's future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which will see her next in Hawkeye. She has some opinions on the Black Widow post-credits scene, as well as Yelena Belova's future in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scarlett Johansson's final performance as Natasha Romanoff also acted as a prelude to the person who will succeed her as the Marvel Universe's titular assassin. Pugh's performance as Natasha's mysterious prior sister figure has received fantastic reviews, which should come as no surprise to anyone who has seen any of her previous flicks. Natasha and Yelena return in Black Widow after all these years, and while there are some unresolved issues between them, they soon restart their sisterly friendship that they had all those years ago. While the majority of the film takes place in the past, the post-credits scene in Black Widow rapidly cuts to a post-Avengers Endgame era, with Yelena visiting Nat's grave. Valentina abruptly interrupts her, and it is hinted that Yelena has been working for her for a long time. Valentina feigns grief for a few moments before dispatching Yelena on her next mission, assassinating Clint Barton, Natasha's former colleague and the man Valentina appears to hold responsible for her murder. Pugh expressed her feelings regarding Black Widow's post-credits sequence in an interview with Variety, noting that the moment sees Yelena in a point where she is fully in control of her life for the first time. Despite Nat's absence, the actress sees Yelena's clothing as a sign that she is flourishing and continuing to work. While Pugh thinks the moment is great since Yelena is clearly surviving the harsh events of Phase 3, she also recognizes that it puts her on a tough path when she confronts Hawkeye. She said, "She's going to continue what she's good at, and despite her sister not being there, she's back working. If you look at her costume, and you look at the way that she's dressed herself, it shows someone that's flourishing. So to me, it was just really wonderful to kind of jump ahead and see she has been surviving. But, of course, it sets up a whole different challenge, which is Natasha's fighting partner." The scene is clearly intended to set up Yelena's future presence in Hawkeye, and it marks the first time Marvel's films and television series have crossed paths. Clint Barton's impending solo gig, meanwhile, is shrouded in mystery. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's ultimate replacement, will be played by Haley Steinfeld, but anyone expecting Yelena to join them is definitely mistaken. After Valentina gives Yelena the notion that Clint is to blame for Nat's death, the post-credits scene in Black Widow places her on a collision course with Nat's old partner. The scene is clearly intended to set up Yelena's future presence in Hawkeye, and it marks the first time Marvel's films and television series have crossed paths. Clint Barton's impending solo gig, meanwhile, is shrouded in mystery. Kate Bishop, Hawkeye's ultimate replacement, will be played by Haley Steinfeld, but anyone expecting Yelena to join them is definitely mistaken. After Valentina gives Yelena the notion that Clint is to blame for Nat's death, the post-credits scene in Black Widow places her on a collision course with Nat's old partner. Too much for now. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.